Good morning, everyone. Oh, please do. My name is Ellen Matesanz. I'm the Executive Director of ALRI, Rhode Island, and I have to say it is an absolute pleasure to be here today and for our organization to be a part of this amazing CSF Symposium. So thank you, Dr. Klinge, for inviting us and for giving us the opportunity to be part of this.
Excuse me, could you talk into the microphone?
Oh, sorry. Oh, did you move it? I'm so sorry. I will start again. My name is Ellen Matesanz. I'm Executive Director of ALRI, Rhode Island. And I wanted to say this morning that we are extremely grateful for being a part of this part of the symposium. I'm going to give you a little bit of background on how this all happened, but I can say that there was a great deal of involvement by Dr. Klinge and myself. First of all, a little background on ALRI, Rhode Island. We're a nonprofit fine arts organization with over 200 members. Our membership is comprised of emerging artists and very professional artists throughout the state of Rhode Island, Massachusetts, Eastern Connecticut, and some other states as well. Our mission is to promote the visual arts through exhibition, education, and art appreciation. And we are now, again, this year, the sponsor of the art exhibition in conjunction with the CSF. This is our third year providing the art exhibit that goes with this symposium. This year was the first year we actually put out a national call to art, which means that we asked people from all over the country to submit. And we received approximately 127 pieces of art. Currently, you see about 27 on exhibition here, but I can say that there were far more that should have been on the wall. We just didn't have the space. We asked these artists, when we put the call out, to give some thought to what was behind these disorders. Rather than say, create a painting or create a sculpture, we gave them a little bit more to think about. And so we did go back and give him a quote from William Osler, who said, "The practice of medicine is an art, not a trade, a calling, not a business, a calling in which your heart will be exercised equally with your head." And I can say that based on some of the responses we had from our participating artists who were here last night for the opening reception and their families, it truly is a calling of the heart. So we asked them to consider the parallels that exist between the role of being an artist and the role of a physician or clinician. And one of the more important aspects of that is to be observant. Physicians are trained early on in their education to be observant, to see beyond what is evident. And so we wrote this particular aspect of our prospectus was parallels do exist between the role of being an artist and the role of a physician. Both require imagination and creativity, a certain sensitivity, a keen awareness of their surroundings and what is surrounding them, a level of passion, and the ability to see beyond the obvious, to listen and respond, and sometimes without words. Artists who were participating in this exhibition were encouraged to think beyond the obvious and create artwork that depicts their interpretation of the disorder from their own unique perspective. So during the breaks today, you may want to take a look at the art again and read the artist's statements. A lot of the artists who participated are actual patients who've experienced these disorders or have family members who have experienced these disorders. And so they really know what it is to feel this disease. One of the things that we did today, or what we did when preparing for this exhibition or for this presentation, was to think about art in different ways. So I'm going to ask you to think about art in different ways today as we present and you hear from other presenters. Art can be a therapy or used as a therapy in healing, and everyone knows about that. Everyone knows that art can help people and patients to feel better and to get their emotions out. We can also use art as a diagnostic tool because one of the first ways that art was used was in scientific illustration. So that is how you begin to see what is actually going on inside of a patient or a human. Art can also be a means of communication. There's a lot of ways to speak through art. And as you will see, some of that is evident in the pieces that are out in the exhibition hall. And art is also a tool, can be used as a tool, we're going to hear more about today, to envision outcomes before the actual intervention. So some of our speakers today will be talking about some cutting-edge technology that they're working on to help physicians to better visualize what the outcome might be before the intervention. The next slide, as Dr. Klinge alluded to, is our young artist, our young protege, who is a patient of Dr. Klinger's and also an aspiring artist. And we had the pleasure of spending time with Evie and her family to learn more about how she uses art to help her deal with certain aspects of her life, or any emotional aspects of her life, or what it means to her to have art around her. So I'm going to show you this video. It's a very brief, short video before I introduce our next speaker, but I think it says a lot.
Art relaxes me, energizes me, helps me work through and escape from my problems, and like if I'm sad, it helps me distract from that, and like it gives me a peace of mind. Dealing with something like an operation, there are a couple things that might help. Either drawing a scene, no matter what it might be the beach, it might be a forest, it might even just be like the inside of a house. It could help you escape to another world where you're not dealing with whatever you're dealing with. Also, I find like drawing people and animals help, because like at hospitals, sometimes they'll have like the dogs come in and they get to interact with the patients, and it just, kind of takes you away for a little while that you're actually in a hospital. Like I guess you could say like her life isn't all that great, and it helps you, you can kind of empathize with her if you're going through a similar thing. It can help you even though if you're going through something like medical or anything. So just whatever colors make you feel good, whether it's blue's relaxing, pink can represent love. Just surround yourself with whatever that you like. Draw what makes you happy, and just draw whatever makes you smile.
We are thrilled to be working with Evie and her family, and we will continue to help her to develop her incredible artistic talent. I can see her as a future illustrator. And before I introduce our next guest speaker, Nancy Gosher-Thomas, I also wanted to say that Art League is committed to working in art and medicine into the future. We would really like to expand this program beyond where we are today and further its reach to other audiences. So I'd love to chat with any of you during the breaks if you have any thoughts on that matter.